All right, we're going to be talking about applying tension to task, and I'm going to relate it specifically back to the pelvic floor for all you moms out there. So now, applying tension to task means that are we applying the correct amount of tension to the muscle or muscle groups based on the activity that we are performing? So are we doing too much, too little, or just enough? But in order to know this and understand and get that awareness of what we're doing on our pelvic floor, you have to know how to connect to your pelvic floor. So we're going to start there. We're going to start with a breathing technique that I teach all of my clients to allow you a simple way to gain that awareness and that connection to your pelvic floor. Because remember, your pelvic floor is the bowl of muscles in the bottom of your pelvis, and it is the bottom of the core canister. So we need to make sure that that bottom piece of our core canister is working strong. And again, we don't want too much tension or not enough tension. We want to be able to know that we have the right amount of tension working in our pelvic floor for no matter what activity we are performing in our day-to-day life. So we are going to start by inhaling and feeling our pelvic floor relax. So you feel that bowl of muscles descend slightly on the inhale, and you're relaxing it, releasing tension. And then on the exhale, you're going to lift that bowl of muscles. You're going to gently contract it from the back to the front. So remember that bowl of muscles connects from the back where the anus is towards the front of the pelvis where the vagina is. So you want to make sure that you're contracting all the way from the back to the front and then gently lifting it up towards your belly button, almost like you have a suction cup in the center of your body and it's lifting it up on that exhale, okay? So it's going to sound like this. You're going to inhale, relax, exhale, contract back, front, and up, okay? Do it again. Inhale, relax, exhale, back, front, and up. All right, so let's apply this to a couple different scenarios so we can kind of gain some awareness on how to apply this tension to task. So we've got 3 different moms here, and each mom is going to probably require a different form or amount of tension in the activities that she's doing. So you'll notice mom number 1, she is carrying a load. She's pushing a stroller full of a load. She's also probably going a fair distance because usually when we load up all this stuff, we're usually going someplace. So she's going to have more tension in her pelvic floor on an endurance level. So over a longer period of time, she's carrying a load, pushing a load, and she's going a fair distance compared to, say, mom number 2, who is out for a joyous run. She has no kids. She's so happy and she is relaxed and she's going out for a run. And so she's moving a little bit more dynamically. She's not holding load. She's not pushing load. So the tension that she's going to require is going to be less than mom number 1. Mom number 3, you'll see here, she's just picking her up her baby, saying, "Oh, I love you, you're so cute." And then we're going to assume that she's putting her back down. So when she's picking that baby up, she's going to need more of an instant tension to her pelvic floor, that instant exhale and then lift her baby, kiss her on both cheeks, and then put her down, allowing that pelvic floor to relax. So you can see mom 1, mom 2, and mom 3 have very different demands on their pelvic floor in these tasks. And so you need to be aware of what your pelvic floor is doing, your breathing, your connection, so that you can adjust if your body's not doing it automatically. So some myths out there are that holding tension in your pelvic floor, the more tension, the better, and the longer you're holding it, the better. That's better for your symptoms. But holding tension all day is actually not a solution for reducing symptoms. Not always, anyways. Having too much tension, remember we talked about that Goldilocks, too much or too little. Holding too much tension, which comes from a lot of kegeling and holding and that sort of thing, can actually increase your symptoms like urinary incontinence and back pain. So we want to be aware of what we are doing down in our pelvic floor. Tension to task really matters. And now that you know how to apply this concept to your pelvic floor, you can start to apply this task or this concept to any different muscles. Are you constantly hiking your shoulders up to your ears, creating tension in your traps and your back? Are you constantly holding tension in your glutes? Are your glutes always really tight because you're walking around with tight glutes all the time? Or in your quads, are you standing with your knees locked, quads tight? Where are you holding tension in your body, and is it applicable to the task that you are or the activity that you are performing? And I think the more awareness we gain in our bodies, I think the better we'll start to feel. And of course, the more empowerment we have over our bodies when we become aware of what we're doing. And this is a really simple way for you to gauge the tension that you're putting into an activity and how it's affecting your body. So give it a try and let me know how it makes you feel.